Hello one and all. Today I thought we'd do something a bit different. I'm going to make a curry. Cooking's really easy and really simple, and I want to make a quick curry. I don't want to make a massive convoluted thing with fresh herbs and spices and all that malarkey. This is a quick curry. Not just a quick curry, this is a vegetarian curry because I am a vegetarian. So, this is simple and really simplicity comes from following sort of set of rules really. I'm using coconut oil, which I use almost exclusively now, if I'm quite honest with you. Get that melting, number 5. So, I'm going to start by, and my general rule is, if your vegetables are hard, the harder the vegetable, the longer they'll take to cook. So, carrots, yams, sweet potatoes, whatever they are. Same thing, is it? I don't know. So the harder the vegetable, the longer it takes to cook. In this case, I'm going to go yams first because I use yams or sweet potatoes, and I cut them up real fine. And what that does is that really helps to create a beautiful sauce, a real thick sauce. So this is the first thing I'm going to put in. I'm going to cut it real fine, real fine. And what will happen is as it cooks, it'll break down and turn into a nice sludgy sauce. Chop, 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 chop. Chop, 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 chop. I'll pause it whilst I chop the other one. Okay, sweet potatoes in the pan. I say pan, I'm using a wok. There's no rule about all this sort of thing, but you know, I like frying my veg in something very non-stick, so you don't want it to stick or anything like that. So then you can fry it in this and then cook it in afterwards. So, the sweet potato is starting to fry. I only used one in the end because it made a decent looking amount in there, so I'll put that one back. All the vegetables I'm using today is sweet potato, already in, carrot, onion, red onion and white onion, and these little echelon shallots, because we had 4 left. Broccoli, cauliflower. That's it for my veg. Oh, I might throw some sweet corn in at the end. I've not got any sweet corn. Peas! I'll put some peas in at the end. So, hard veg in first, take longer to cook. I'm going to go onions next, and although they're not really as hard as the carrot, we want them to cook down and be real soft, so they're going to go in next. I'll just pause it while I chop these up. So, my onions cut up, nice and chunky. Chunky veg is great, otherwise it will just turn into sludge and turn into nothing. And as any vegetarian will tell you, sludge is rubbish, chunky veg is good. So, onions going in. Plenty of onion. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah. Ooh, ow. Onion. Carrot's going in next. I like to cut my carrot julienne styley, which, to you and me, are sticks. Back in a minute. Okay, my carrots are cut. Julienne. Sticks of carrot. Sticks. In they go. Once you get frying on a good, you know, I'm on number 4 out of 6. It gets to the point where really, if you're fairly adept at chopping your veg quickly enough, once the carrot's chopped, it's ready to go in. Give the carrots a few minutes. Now I have sort of cheated and pre-prepared most of these vegetables, so after the carrot I'm going for the cauliflower. I've already pre-washed it. Remembering to put all your organic waste in your compost bin if you've got one. Don't want to be going in the rubbish. Okay, again, chunky veg. Chunky veg, we're vegetarians, we like vegetables. Chunky. So in goes cauliflower. I'm going to put some broccoli in, but I'm going to leave that a few minutes and just until that cauliflower just starts to go a bit. That's just frying there nicely. I'll pause you a minute. Okay, well that's been frying for about 3 or 4 minutes. And in the meantime, I'll get out a couple of garlic cloves. Now you ought to be careful with garlic. Don't go try to put it in too early because it's really easy to burn. So put it in quite late in the cooking. I'm putting it in before the broccoli, but I'll put it in after the cauliflower. And I'm not just a slicer, I'm a crusher. So get it under your knife and give it a smack, and that really releases all the flavours. And instead of getting little intense bursts of garlic throughout your food, you end up with a milder spread of garlic taste. So I'm putting in quite a lot today, just because I can. Nice and fine, nice and fine. In goes the garlic. I'm still cooking at quite a high temperature, so keep an eye on your garlic, keep everything moving all the time. It might be a non-stick pan, but it ain't a non-burn pan. Haven't invented them yet. Good toss and a shake and a wiggle and a toss. Some bits on the floor, but the dog will have that later. Broccoli, I'm going to put straight in now. Doesn't matter if all your vegetables aren't completely cooked when you start to put these things in, because you've got to remember I've got to add curry paste to this, and then what I add, you can add stock, but I just add boiling water because everything else has got so much flavour in it already. So I'm just going to leave that cooking again for a bit longer on there. I often use, most of the time, Patak's Korma spice paste. Other brands are available. But today, because I found it for the first time recently, and I used it recently, it was real nice, is this Levi Roots Caribbean curry paste. Now I prefer curry paste to the sauces because I always find the sauces are a bit bland, you know, and there's not much life and soul in it, you know. It says on the side, instructions, cut up 500 grams of meat and spread it with sauce and boil it for 10 minutes. No, we're not going to do that. Cook our veg, put in curry paste. Now, I usually put in I suppose a good dollop isn't really very descriptive. Dollop. Quite a lot there, maybe another one. Dollop and a half. Dollop and a half. Get that in there. Leave it on top for now. I'll stir it in a minute. When you stir it in, you want to just turn down the heat a bit, just so you don't burn the paste. Also, what I'm going to put in to add a bit of extra creaminess is pure creamed coconut. Yummy. Get that out. Get that in here. I never really know how much to put in. I've never been told I've put too much in, but I mean it's a block like that, and you just slice a centimetre off it or something. Bang it in. Creamy, creamy. You know, cooking's no fine art. It's just about getting your hands dirty, getting stuck in. Remembering the rules. Hard veg take longer to cook than the soft veg. And garlic burns in an instant. Right, I'm just going to turn that down. Take that off the heat, in fact, just for a minute. Ow! Let it cool down a bit so I can mix in that curry paste. But another thing I'm going to put in my secret ingredient, not very secret anymore, is peanut butter. So, peanut butter's pretty good as well if you kind of make it too spicy. It takes the edge off it, cools it down a bit, makes it creamier again. A bit creamy. I'm not going to put too much in. You know, did you see the blob I put in? Just a blob, you know. Back on the heat. Time for a spoon. Try and mix this all up together. See where we're at? See where we're at? Nice, it's all, you know, there's still bits of veg in there, you know. It's not turned particularly saucy just yet, but all the yam, sweet potato, whatever it is, should have softened up nicely now. What I'll do is I'll put a good amount of water into this and then leave it for probably a good half an hour, but not too long, because things like the broccoli will just like disappear into nothing, and that is horrid. Well, in my opinion, I like mine a bit al dente. I like a bite, I like some crunch. So, last but not least, I usually actually put sweet corn in my curry, but I've run out. So peas is. So I often like to put peas in the rice. You can put your peas in the rice when your rice is cooking, and your rice has maybe got about just off perfect, maybe got a minute or so left. Bung a handful of peas in there. By the time it's boiling and ready, it's done. Yum. So, almost ready to put some water in it. I'll take it over to the tap. Straight from the tap. No special. Anglian Water's finest. Don't go overboard with it, otherwise you'll end up with a really sloppy curry. Don't forget, you can always put more water in later on in the cooking if it's looking too thick. But I like a thick curry as opposed to a watery one. So that's about it. That is about it. So what do? We fried and cut the yam real small early on, help it bind into the sauce. Onions, followed by carrot, followed by cauliflower, followed by broccoli, peas, curry paste, peanut butter, cream coconut. Ooh! Salt, sea salt. None of that rubbish pink stuff apparently, it's no good for you. Leave it well be. Nothing's. Pepper. You can put cherry tomatoes in it if you want. I'm not gonna, because my wife didn't like them. You can do anything with it. Put anything that you want. But that is pretty much my quick, standard vegetable curry. That'll be ready in half an hour. Go make your own. Ha!